What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Liquor Talk, and it starts right now, so go ahead and get your liquor poured up. It's your man, Victor, and today joining me, holding it down out of Louisville, Kentucky, out of the place that gave us Muhammad Ali, it's the ladies of the Vibeology Podcast. How you ladies doing today?
Hey, we're doing good. Hi, everybody.
Listen, I brought them back. It's been a while. The last time we recorded together, it was May. And it's been so much going on since we recorded together, man. It's been crazy.
Yes, it's been crazy.
Man, how y'all been holding up?
Yes. Been holding. Woo! That's all we can do.
My thread.
That's all we can do. Like, but we holding.
Agreed. Trust me, it's been a lot for me too, you know what I'm saying, ever since all the madness is going down. And also, we're done with the election, or so we think, you know.
We need to be done. He's going fair and square. Let's move on.
No, the narcissistic traits in Trump, though, he's not going to want to be done.
No.
Like, they do not take L's easily.
No.
They do not take L's. I'm saying, just go ahead, take the damn L and move out the way.
It's a pride thing for him. So
sometimes you just gotta swallow your pride and take the L. It's for the betterment of the country.
It is.
It is not that simple for him, though.
Stalling this stuff out, it does make us look like worse than what we already are compared to the whole rest of the world. The fact that we elected him in the first place.
It's crazy. It's like, I know we're bad because I saw a map of COVID cases all around the world. The cases are starting to go down, but guess who? Big ass red America. I'm like,
USA, right?
Big ass red COVID. I'm like, my goodness. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and pour up your liquor. I'm on this Ciroc. I don't know what the ladies are on, you know what I'm saying? Ladies, so go ahead and finish off. I'm finishing off this bottle. I know they on some water right now, and they're on.
We are kind of ill prepared at the moment, but
it's all good. It's all good. Y'all here, it's all good. We're gonna make it work. Now, did y'all see that Versus last night?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
See, it could have been better, but it was still epic.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God. No, wait a minute. Okay, so my homegirl, she messaging me through IG, and she was like, how come somebody said, does this motherfucker look like a baby shower? And I cannot unsee it.
Damn.
Yes, sir. Like, oh no. I don't know if you've been to a baby shower recently.
I haven't been to baby showers in a minute, but I know what they look like. And I was like, oh, damn, yes. Right. And I like how they ran on colored people time. And then it come to find out, they say it's because they were rating the results of a COVID test. Y'all should have been did this test.
Yes, and then go into quarantine like everybody else that had something professional to do. Like, come on now. But I will say that thing hit 1 million before they even hit the stage.
Yes, I saw that. I said, this might be the best one of all time because it didn't hit 1 million until they even hit the stage. And I'm like, people just sitting there vibing and stuff. And then there was so much tea being thrown in the comments. I'm like, are you serious?
I know. Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't know how much of this is true or how much of it's not true, but it is what it is, you know. But it's crazy. But get back to the actual battle itself. I had Jeezy winning 17-7, all because Gucci kept playing all his diss songs and stuff. And I'm saying, man, my goodness. It's like, Jeezy should have knew that Gucci had some beef with you that hadn't been resolved. And he just decided, fuck it, I'm just going to play all these diss songs to you, nigga. I know it's been 20 years. I haven't forgot. And I'm like, did y'all not resolve y'all issues before getting on this versus battle?
Right.
Not at all.
They should have.
Not at all. And you know what? I feel like Jeezy played the music that made him successful, the music we can really celebrate. Yeah. You know, in contrast to, like you said, the diss tracks from Gucci. Gucci said, okay, if you ain't heard these already, here you go. And he played them.
And I'm just like, damn, Gucci. I'm just like, do you not see how the verses work? Because the verses is supposed to be a friendly battle of everybody just playing their hit songs and hit songs.
Right.
There was a lot of songs that Gucci should have played that he didn't play. I'm like, In my head, I'm like, where's Lemonade at? I'm like, you ain't play that till late.
It took forever for them to play Lemonade. I was like, come on now, we ready for Lemonade. Like, get that going.
And then I wanted to hear his one replies. I wanted to hear Wasted. I'm like, come on, Gucci, what we doing now?
Right.
He had so many songs he could have gone to, but he just kept going at Jeezy. I'm like, this man is showing a sign that he's trying to, move on from this. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I'm beefing with somebody and they show me a sign that, they're trying to mature a little bit, I'm going to rise to the occasion and be like, okay, I'm going to go with it. But afterwards, we're going to have to sit down and talk.
That's all you had to do.
That's just crazy. But now I heard something today that said 50 Cent and The Game might get on one.
Ooh, that'll be good. Because they got beef too.
Yes, they have. So
I'm not feeling 50 right now.
Well, yeah.
I mean, with his Trump shenanigans.
That's why. Just like I'm not really feeling Lil Wayne right now either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like if you come out supporting Trump, knowing what the hell he has done, not knowing he has shown no sign of supporting black people or nothing, I don't give a damn about your taxes. You know what I'm saying? No,
exactly.
A handful of people that are broke, so you need to just swallow the pride, and for the betterment of the country, that's what they really fuck with him, because he came out to support Trump, and that's why it is what it is with him. So, but that versus though with him and The Game, that should be a good one.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I don't know if it's gonna dominate social media like Jeezy and Gucci.
And 50 can bring the people, but the game is gonna bring the women.
True.
I'm telling you, the game. I follow him on Insta.
I ain't forgot that picture.
A lot of women ain't forgot that picture.
Yeah. The game gonna bring the women. He's gonna bring his mess.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's all good. Game is gonna bring his mess and stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. If you don't know by now, go ahead, pour you up some liquor.
Yeah.
And also, shout out to the Black Podcast Club. You know what I'm saying? A group where Black podcasters come together, network, and help make each other better. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, Blake, a Diary Mad Black Man. He the one that came up with this. So, I'm giving them some shine right now. But let's get to you, ladies, because the last time I recorded with y'all, the last 2 times I recorded with y'all, both times it was 3 people.
He's gonna say
It has been going on because I feel y'all podcasting struggle with all the changes, but what's been going on with y'all?
I know you
Oh, you don't miss a beat, my sir. Well,
it's meant to be new and honey.
Yes,
that's all I can say about that.
Yes. Okay, we'll take it back a little bit further
Okay.
and kind of tell the story. Me and her used to sit on the phone and talk like all the time and have really good conversations. And our conversations would be very like maybe political driven. It might have the perspective of a parent. Mm-hmm. And we would really just be talking about like the community, what's going on in the world, culture stuff, like, and our conversations would be so good. I'm like, dude, like people really probably should hear our conversations. Mm-hmm. Like some of the ideas, like going back and forth just between 2 friends and just talking on the phone. And I'm like, we should do a podcast one day. Yeah. And I just threw it out there. But I did that like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And we never did it. And it had to take somebody else, I feel like, to pull us together and like, okay, here do the podcast.
And that was the first go round. I guess the second go round, there was nothing, no type of animosity, no type of beef or anything. Yeah. Our third just, said that she wasn't going to be able to do this anymore. And we, respected that. There was no love lost. And that's where we are right now. It will be new and honey. It'll always be us 2. You will never see another person. And we're moving on with life.
Yeah,
that's real. That's real. You gotta respect it, you know what I'm saying? That's real, you know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that you 2 are stuck together through this, you know what I'm saying? Because like you lose sometimes like losing people can cause people to get discouraged, and it'll cause people to put on their podcasting. But y'all stuck together, and that's real.
We're each other's person, so.
Yeah.
That's real, you know what I'm saying? So what's going on with the Vibeology Podcast?
We got some changes coming up, good things. We don't want to say too much just
yet. Yes.
But we're going to start our season 2 with just some newness going on.
Yes.
Okay.
It's much needed, but nothing's changing. Like the names, nothing of that is changing. Yeah. So this time around. So
that's real.
Now,
that's real. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I listen back at that episode we did a long time. I said, wow, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I hopped on with them when they were just starting, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
It really has been a minute. So much has transpired, you know. And I saw y'all going hard for Breonna Taylor. It's like, y'all my spirit animals. I'm like, go get it, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I saw y'all grinding. Even though I was like everybody in America, I was disappointed with the outcome. And I was disappointed with the black man who had something to do with the outcome. Because I'm like, to me, it's like, you're not a real black man if you can't defend the black woman and seek justice for the black woman. Because the most important asset we have to defend is the black woman, you know what I'm saying? Because the black woman want to have our backs no matter what, you know what I'm saying? If you to sit there and be it just disappointed me, you know what I'm saying? So, and I saw y'all going hard every day, y'all protests going live. I saw it. I appreciate y'all for going so hard. So what was it like for y'all? Take me behind it, like when y'all were deciding to go to these marches and rallies and stuff.
Well, I think mostly the main thing was that we had never had to do anything, you know, like that before, especially something like that hit so close to home, you know, as being from, you know, Louisville, where it happened, you know, where Breonna Taylor was murdered is probably like a 15-minute drive from where we're at right now. So that's how close it was. I really do think that for me, it was just a lot of seeing a sense of community and for the first time really here in Louisville, Kentucky that I can remember, seeing such a diverseness of people coming together, you know, saying her name, you know, implementing not only the voices to be heard within what happened to her, but also making substantial changes that need to be done a long time ago, you know, here in our city as far as different, you know, laws and things like that. So, I mean, it was really, you know, something to be out there with the police presence, you know, seeing all that, knowing that, you know, they could try it and, you know, we could get arrested. We can be somewhere locked up. We can be pepper sprayed, you know, bullets and you know, all that type of stuff. And, you know, we never really encountered that, but we did encounter on several occasions, like you know, you need to disperse, you need to leave, and people moving in, and some people, you know, choosing to violate that and getting arrested. So
yeah,
it was deep.
That's definitely deep.
Very active.
Yeah, and also what I saw was, and I saw somewhere where they said the attorney general, it's like he done beefed up security at his place. I'm just like, in my head, I'm saying, you wasting all this money, all this energy, when all you had to do was one thing. All you had to do was one thing, and you got to create all these other problems for yourselves.
Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, first of all, one bitch ass. That's what he is, Twain Blank. So all his decisions,
what it is, that's right.
I'm gonna come from a bitch assness space. That's just point blank. It's just who he is, and he can't help that. It's just who he is. So I don't think we're gonna see anything other than that from him. I hate to be so frank.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
So when is he up? Because I saw in Georgia where the DA in Georgia got voted out because how she handled the Ahmaud Arbery case, you know what I'm saying? They actually got her ass up out of there. So when is his time to get up out of there?
Oh, wait. Let me tell you something. We have Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Most powerful Republican and one of the most powerful men. So with that being said, like, moves are being made based from that space, just from the type of man that he is and the power that he has. Like, that's why you have an AG the way that he is, a puppet. Because I think Mitch needed him to be there.
Yeah, he just got elected, not within this past, you know, election, but when we had our primary election, you know, him and our governor, they were both elected. You know, he basically replaced what the governor was doing previously as the attorney general, and our governor became the governor. So he's going to be around for a while. No election coming up to get his ass out unless somebody, you know, does something to, you know, petition for him to leave. I don't know how that.
Was that something to you when somebody was saying that because Mitch McConnell, that was like our numbers came in like the fastest. Like the report came back within like if the polls closed at 6 o'clock, we already reported that Mitch won.
They always call Kentucky early in the game. Red State is
like he's not going anywhere.
But Louisville is Democratic city.
That's the one thing I noticed about Kentucky. I thought Florida was bad with the map. Kentucky's just as bad as Florida, is or worse, because it's like there's like only like 2 counties that went blue, and y'all in one of them. I'm just like, my goodness.
I promise you, it's real out here. It's real out here.
And the one thing I don't get is like these people just don't give a damn about bettering their lives and trying to better their lives and stuff. Because you got people that are living in poverty, like they are just living in bad areas that we're better off than they are, but they still like keen to this Republican. I'm like, this Republican has shown that he doesn't give a damn about you, and you're still for him.
I mean, we're the lowest in education, so let's start there.
Yes, that's the first problem. Education.
One of the lowest states in education. You know, we do have, you know, low poverty. We go into like the hills of Kentucky, like in eastern Kentucky, very low. You have an opioid epidemic. What else?
Yeah.
Like any list, we're probably towards the bottom. So that, you know, so many people want to keep things the same. They're not progressive. They don't want to change anything. So here we are.
That's so true. It's like, and I saw the map for Florida. I drive past some of these places. I'm like, you know what? They just don't want to change shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. At least my advice to everybody that says, "Oh, we cancel this state," cancel the counties. Don't cancel the state. If the counties are red, cancel the county. Don't cancel the state. You know what I'm saying? Because Texas is red, but better believe I'm still gonna go to Houston. I'm still might gonna go to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and also the power of the counties is real because look at Georgia. Atlanta is single-handedly Georgia blue. Mm-hmm. I'm like, shout out to everybody in the ATL for getting out there and voting.
Yes. It was so beautiful.
Yes, it was. It was so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The governor that lost, Stacey Abrams, single-handedly took down the system. I'm like, you know what? That's a woman that determined, you know what I'm saying? And I saw something that says she's going to run again. I hope she runs again. And this time I think she'll win.
I think she'll win too. I've seen that. Yeah.
Yes. Now, shifting gears away from politics, I got an icebreaker for y'all. What song is a must-have at y'all weddings?
What?
What song was a must-have that you just had to have played at your wedding?
What was your song called?
Okay, so I am married. I've been married for long time. Let's see here. We played the one song by Tamia and Spend My Life.
Tamia and Eric Benet.
Yes.
Because I remember exactly, because I cried at her wedding. I was so happy. I thought
you cried at her wedding?
Everybody was crying.
It was so
beautiful. Yeah.
The one song I will say I gotta have in my wedding, y'all gonna laugh at this one, is International Players Anthem by UGK and Outkast.
Of course. Yeah. Like Andre 3000's legendary verse, starting off. Pimp C.
Rest in peace, Pimp C. Yeah.
You've heard it before. It's like, I choose you, simple. I choose you, babe.
Oh yes.
That's
okay.
Yes. And then you had Bun B, and then Big Boy closed it out, man. That was
beautiful, and the video is so beautiful and iconic. I love it.
Yes, it was. It was just so iconic. So yeah, I said, if I do decide to get married, I'm like, I gotta have that played. Listen, we gotta have one good time. Let's everybody.
So like during the reception, or like as she's coming down the aisle. I think it'll be dope coming down the aisle, but you gotta be with the right person to be like, let's play this coming down the aisle,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have her. I feel like she would be okay with, but her parents, yeah.
Oh, I know. They'll be like, what is happening?
The parents gonna be like, what the hell is this? And we gonna be smiling at each other. Parents gonna be like, what the hell is this? And then I'm gonna have some of my family like, what the kind of girl did he decide to marry? I'm like, hey, business now, mind your business. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. If you don't know now, you know what I'm saying. We're in the midst of comeback season, the time where we got to come back from whatever is defeating us because, hey, we're in the last couple of months. We're in the last 2 months of 2020, so it's time to make something happen to turn 2020 around, ladies and gentlemen. So what do y'all look forward to in 2021?
The newness.
Agreed, the newness.
Oh, I'm praying for just a refreshness. Whew, we need some refreshing energy. But 2021 be the year of change, continuing transformation and stuff. So I think we'll just continue to see more change. But prayerfully, that change would be beautiful change for the better. We've seen a lot of things turn upside down in 2020 and a lot of hard losses. So I'm hoping that, the changes that we see in 2021 are beautiful changes. So that's my opinion.
I agree. I want everybody to manifest in whatever it is for them. There's a lot of, there's still a lot of good coming out in the midst of everything that's going on. I feel like a lot of people are realizing, how just short life is.
Yeah.
So they're making very, conscientious decisions to change things in their lives or elevate their lives in some way, shape, or form. So just everybody tap into that. That's what I want to see.
Listen, I want to see in 2021 everybody bounce back from these L's because it feels like the one thing 2020 is seeing, it's like everybody's taking them. It ain't just me. It ain't just you. It's like everybody's taking them. And it's just everybody's just what the fuck. It's just been that kind of year. So I want to see what the hell 2021 got prepared for us because sometimes you know what they say. They say you gotta go through hell to get to the good. So it's like I want to see what the hell we went through all this for, and hope
right.
Preach.
Yeah.
You giving a sermon today, I tell you what.
You have to, what I'm saying, with being close to Thanksgiving. So who cooking for Thanksgiving?
I am, sir. I will. This is Honey. I will be cooking. Yes. Had to bring ancestors into the all that. Woo! I'm a really good cook. Like my mom was like the staple of our family, and everybody loved coming over our house, having dinner and stuff for Christmas. So I knew that, and with having the dopest cook, you gotta find out the recipes, right? So I got them all written down. So I started practicing years ago. So now, it's very fulfilling for me to cook and then to see everybody's faces, to enjoy it. You know what I mean? So I take pleasure in cooking when I want to cook, but I'm not a cook. I don't like cooking. I'm not on a daily basis. For the holidays, yes, but on a daily basis, not so much.
I think I'm going to Honey's. So.
Okay. Shit, this year I'm going to I think I'm going to a Friendsgiving this year. I'm just gonna bring a bottle of liquor, you know what I'm saying? But I feel you, Honey, on to cooking and stuff. But when I cook for a lady, I like seeing her face when I'm cooking. I'm like, yeah, it's good, ain't it? I put my foot in it, didn't I?
Yes, I think you feel good too. You know what I mean?
It does. It feels good when she compliments you on your cooking and stuff, or you. Yeah. Or say if I post some of my cooking on Instagram and somebody DM me like, hey, that looks good. Can I get a plate? I'm like, oh yeah, damn, I touch. So I feel y'all this. Now, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, what is something y'all are thankful for?
Oh. That's a really good question. I'm just I am thankful for my growth, for elevating, for trusting myself, for seeking change and moving forward. Yeah. And having been in this space and sharing this space with Nunu, with you, like you came into our lives just in March, and now like even though we might not talk all the time, we still have communication. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool.
Yes, it is. Yes. That's dope. We keep the communication out, even though we're in two totally different states. Like I was talking to somebody today, and it's like it feels like you connect more people with who are not in your state than you do with the people in your state. Like
I
know you do. It's so easy because when you meet like-minded people like yourself, it's like it makes it so easy.
Yeah.
And what I'm thankful for is just the opportunity to get like a second chance to make changes, to look over your life and say, how can I grow? How can I change, and have the ability to do so, and just having things just line up in such a way to make that change possible. So
thank God for therapists. I tell you what, because that woman, woo.
Yes. Shout out to all the therapists out there, y'all. Like everything. Yes. I'm thankful for a life, not being gunned down, because I've seen how our black men were a target. So I'm thankful for life, I'm thankful that, knock on wood, that I'm gonna get to see another birthday in December, I'm thankful for that, And I'm also thankful for this podcast because like y'all mentioned me, y'all seen me talk to hundreds of different people, because this is what's therapeutic to me. It's like just getting the podcast and talking to different people, because just take my mind off the BS and get to know other people in other states, And I would say this has been like very therapeutic for me. So I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for family. I'm thankful for everybody out there. I'm thankful for all you supporters out there who continue to support no matter what. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for supporting Liquor Talk. And to all my liquor companies out there, my black-owned liquor companies, if you want your liquor to be featured on there, all you got to do is slide my DMs and let's talk, I will definitely sample your liquor and tell you what I think, Now, I got to pick it back off, go back to last week's topic, which is from the Guys Only round. Now, I have a question for you, ladies. I want a woman's perspective on this. Why do some women, once you get married to them, not saying you particularly, like why do some women, after you like get serious with them, why do they treat sex as a chore? Meaning they just don't want to do it.
Because they're weak and they're boring, and they, they don't want to keep the excitement going. Like, come on now,
friend.
Oh, you preaching, all right. Talk about me preaching. You coming with it, yes. Because it's like sometimes I will see this on social media. Some women complain about their man won't sex. I'm like, come on now.
Like, why do you complain? It's, it should never get to that point where you should never hold leverage with sex anyways. It doesn't do any good for anybody.
Preach.
You should want to have it.
Yes.
It's the libido. I mean, the woman's libido, and maybe there's something that she needs to work on within herself if she is not feeling those urges to partake.
That could be what it is, because I also would think that maybe if you got to find somebody with the right libido and the right sex drive as you, maybe all the cheating in relationships will go down.
Wait a minute. You are not tie one with the other. That's not cool.
So you think some men are just dogs and they're just gonna cheat whenever?
Hell yeah.
Damn, what kind of men y'all been doing? Shit. Like, God damn, you have some faithful ones out here now.
Okay, first of all, let me tell you one thing. We live relatively close enough to Chicago. Okay, so I perhaps may encounter a lot of people from Chicago. Chi-Town people are ruthless, and their mindset and the way that they think, ruthless. So, yes, some people tend to have the mindset of just, their own self-pleasure.
Well, that's why y'all gotta deal with men in the South, because some men in the South don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all men in the South think like that, because there are some that are dogs. But and also shout out to Chicago, because my guest that I'm having next week is based out of Chicago as well. I've been having a handful of podcasts from Chicago, so I'll just give them a shout out since you're gonna mention the city.
Well, I'm gonna pray for you, Chi-Town, woo! No joke. Like one homegirl from Chi-Town, she's a behavior therapist, and baby girl, she said she's around the subway with a box cutter. Like,
okay. Damn, so that sounds like New York.
I know, like they don't play, and so.
Damn, I didn't think Chicago was just, I knew Chicago was bad, but goddamn.
Right. Chirac. They got the name
Chirac for real.
Yeah.
Listen, I saw this crazy thing. I had to ask y'all too. Would y'all help them? What do you think of women that will say, I'm gonna help their man pay their child support?
Ooh. That's a hard no.
Hey!
Here's where you gotta look at it. Like, so every situation is unique and different, and I understand that. However, I feel like, you know, so let's say, for example, if you're in a setting where you're with somebody or you're married. So yes, it is your responsibility to support your child no matter what. And as a whole, you know, you have certain expenses that come along with, you know, maintaining a home and taking care of what you got to take care of with your family. So if there comes a situation where, baby, you take care of your child support, and if I have to help you with this other stuff, you know, until you get back on your feet, that's fine. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, here's a check for child support for the week. Here you go. No. No. You know, I saw that. The reason I brought it up, because I saw that on Facebook. I'm like, dude, women out here doing this? I'm like, y'all are some simps. I'm like, I would, if I was ever in a predicament where I got involved with an idiot woman who put me on child support, I'm just gonna pay it. I'm not about to ask you for help. No. Exactly. And it's like, and I see how child support be coming out checks anyway. So I'm like, why are you even asking for the help anyways? Right. What are you doing with your money? Like, how are you budgeting? You know, XYZ. So many scenarios, but
the ruthless.
Yes. And it's like, when I saw that, I was like, so I freaked out. I'm like, are you serious? There's women out here that will help their man with their child support? What is it?
I'm always still trying to be supportive, but you really enabling them.
Yep.
Ooh.
And they just using you because they can't, you know, stand on their own responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one. That you just enabling them. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to enable somebody, like. But fellas, if you got your woman out there that's paying your child, I'm like, ladies, you got to do better with your life. I'm sorry, because you can't pay for that man's mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you can't be expecting that man to always pay for your child. So
right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When I saw that, I'm like, are you y'all crazy to think somebody just gonna ask a woman to pay for your child support? No.
Right.
2020 in a nutshell. I don't know what's wrong with these people. So moving on, staying in with dating and stuff, what are some hindrances that you can tell that single people will deal with, you know what I'm saying, that could just throw off their dating experiences?
The new age and their dating is totally different than what life was like back in the day. Again, I'm not trying to make reference to how old I am. Okay. However, nowadays it's so like it's kind of emotionless. You know what I mean? Because you have the digital aspect. So there's a lot of finger swiping and you know what I mean? So people have courage sometimes to be a certain way and really not that way. So I don't know. I feel like people misrepresent themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of that going on. People catfishing. It's just the digital world really made a lot of changes into the dating game and how people interact and communicate with each other. So
I would say just try to take, just to piggyback off what Honey said, try to take the whole aspect of just digital social media like out of it. Like, be old fashioned, go on dates and spend time with one another, discuss any type of common interest you might have. I definitely say that it's important to really get to know the person, from square one, from scratch. Take the necessary time before you put any type of labels on anything, because sometimes people have a tendency of rushing those labels, and then after the honeymoon stage, then you're like, oh, I didn't know all this and that about this person. So
it's amazing what you find out after the honeymoon stage, you know what I'm saying? After the honeymoon stage where we all happy to be together, now all the shit gets real. You know what I noticed with people? It's like so many times hurt people be out here hurting, dating while still hurt from previous situations. And what I notice is hurt people, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna hurt somebody else, and they're gonna hurt an innocent person because they haven't dealt with the hurt and dealt with the insecurities that they deal with, you know what I'm saying? And it's just hurt people need to go see a therapist and get off Tinder or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Just stay away from people so you don't try to hurt somebody else and ruin it for another person, because it's just like a revolving cycle that hopefully in 2021 breaks.
Right. I hope so. Okay, the reason why I interrupt is because I feel like nobody should leave 2020 without a therapist. Like, that's like the number one thing that I always say is like, nobody should leave 2020 without a therapist. I mean, we have experienced so much trauma and just the culture and nature of what has been going on with COVID. You know what I mean? The way of life has changed so much. Like, you do virtual court sessions now. You know what I mean? Like, people are monitoring people virtually through phones, through devices. Like, there's so much that has changed, and I just feel like just being able to talk through those things with a therapist, on top of the little things as in one-on-one relationships, and being able to talk about that, that's a lot of pain and a lot of grieving. You have to grieve that relationship that you lost, but that individual also needs to look inward and reflect and work on whatever trauma it was that they experienced.
Yes, you do.
They need. So
yes, you do, because at some point you gotta look at yourself like, why do I keep attracting these certain people? Because at some point in time, it ain't always niggas ain't shit or bitches ain't shit. It's you. You gotta look in the mirror at some point in time, like, what the hell is wrong with me? You know what I'm saying?
You might be the problem. Huh?
Yeah, you might really be the problem. And sometimes some people have a hard time accepting that they might be the toxic one.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a toxic one, please go get help. You know what I'm saying? Please do, because it's too many good people that's being ruined by toxic people out here. Now, on another note, speaking of the holidays, what y'all told y'all boos what y'all want for Christmas?
AirPods.
Oh yeah, they do come in clutch.
I don't know when it happened. I think it happened the moment that I gave birth, but it seems as if we put more of our gift giving into our son. It's been, we don't necessarily exchange gifts like during the holidays. Because we always like, I don't know. I don't have anything that I can think of like in a gift giving sense that I want. Like, what I want, like, as part of adulting, like, I want my bathroom remodel. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah. I feel you.
We went through a period of time too where we did that, where we would do like a couple's gift, and we would buy like one big thing. Where if it would be like a new TV or a new surround, you know what I mean? Something that we both want for the house or something. We would do that.
Significant others ask y'all for a PlayStation 5.
My son's bugging me about it. Like, I don't even, my boyfriend doesn't even like game like that. Like, he don't, like, he'll play with him every once in a blue moon. My son, you might be able to hear him in the background now. I don't know. He's the one that has been bugging me about the PlayStation. Yes, I was on Walmart.com, like, 12, 2, 3, whatever times we had to get on there.
She's such a great mother.
The closest I got was in the car. And I'm like, okay, I don't think that in the years past, I remember it being this difficult. I think I'm just like falling into the hype of getting it online. I think at some point, Sony's going to make enough because they know people want them. They're going to make enough to where I'll be able to hopefully, be able to just go into some place and get it.
That's what I said too. And you know what someone else told me? Like somebody told me that you might want to wait for the second batch of PS5s to come out because they say the first batch always has all the technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, you got to send it back and recall.
You got to send it back and stuff. Mm-hmm. So they always say that first batch, they have all the technical gizmos working and stuff.
And this one in here, he told me when they first announced it was coming out, he was like, well, I don't necessarily want mine until the following year anyways, because he plays mostly as Madden and 2K. He'll get on the Fortnite kick every once in a while, but of course now, that's changed. He would like to have it as soon as possible. So we'll see.
Of course he gonna say that because he see the hype and he probably see his friends trying to get one, you know what I'm saying? His friends be like, oh, my mama got me the PS5 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Kids probably be bugging at school, probably like, I'm getting that PS5. So the hype probably is what got him hyped up because it's getting close to time of it dropping. So that's probably what's been hyping him up. So as for me, I just want peace of mind. It's like I want peace of mind, and I want somebody to hear this and give me a radio show or something like that. Honestly.
Boom, that part.
Yes, I want something like, you know what I'm saying, somebody see this on YouTube, give me my own setup, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've been come on, because what I found was like with gifts, now that you get as an adult, I just go save up and buy it my damn self if I want it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's what almost usually happens. Is like I'll probably, if I say I want something, I'll just save up for it, go buy it, get it myself. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as we are. I got the ladies of the Vibeology Podcast, Vibeology 101. We're in here vibing with it, ladies and gentlemen. So talk to me about this. Before we hit the main topic, my big announcement, y'all, is I'm saying goodbye to Tampa. I'm gonna move. I'm staying in Florida though. I'm just gonna move to the 904. I'm moving to Jacksonville. That's gonna be the big announcement. So starting in December, ladies and gentlemen, Liquor Talk, the new home, the interim home of Liquor Talk, will be Jacksonville for the time being. That was the big announcement I was gonna make. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Tampa, it's been real, but I decided for now I'm gonna go up to the 904. You know what I'm saying? Help some people out. So I'll be in Duval. So my Jacksonville listeners, holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, congratulations to you.
I know. That's
Thank you. It's like it was an unfortunate situation. I was just like, you know what? I'll regroup for a little while. Just go stay with family, regroup, get on my feet, you know what I'm saying? Get some things straightened out. So it's like it's humbling, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? That's just the reality of what it is. So I'm not tripping about it. It's like, hey, gotta make things happen. Minor setback for a major comeback. So
all right,
that's right.
That's what it is. So to all my Duval listeners, I will be in your city shortly. So holla at your boy. Tell me where the black-owned spots are so I can go hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tell me where they at. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the main topic. What do y'all think people struggle with in relationships, and why do they always fail? And what are some common things people tend to struggle with that they do not address in the beginning, and then at the end, the relationship crumbles?
Trying to understand your partner.
Yeah, trying to understand your partner.
Yeah, I feel like people lack the communication, but trying to understand their love language and really trying to understand the person that they are, so you can love them the way that they need to be loved.
Oh, that's big. Now, do you think people base their love language based on whatever they're not getting at the time? Because I heard that from somebody.
Well, actually, the love language is whatever they didn't get from their childhood. Ooh. So, yeah.
So whatever you didn't get from your childhood is based on your love language. Now, is it also true with staying with love languages? It's also true they change every once in a while?
I mean, they can. And as you grow and develop and evolve, like you might understand and see that there's certain things that become your love language. You like, you know what? I really do like to be touched. You know what I mean? I do like, because touch is one of your love languages and physical touch. So at first you might not be aware of how important it is until you get into the space where you're not being in touch and affectionate. But sometimes it just happens. Like I used to have a friend who's very touchy feely person. So it was like, but if you are used to that, you know what I mean? Somebody's already feeding you that. But until you're absent from that in the relationship and you with somebody else or you're alone and you don't have that touch, you're like, damn, I must have really, you know what I mean? So sometimes you awaken to things and you learn more about yourself as you grow. So
That's real. That's real. So Nunu, what you think and what you think people struggle with in relationships?
I think a lot of it, does have to deal with communication. I think, overall, people, when it comes time to like really get to the meat and potatoes of a situation or a circumstance, sometimes it's hard for people to open up and communicate effectively without like bumping heads or, of course, arguments and stuff like that happens and it's natural. But I think that in some cases, you just that when the real stuff happens and you have to like, become a little bit more transparent and open and honest, sometimes that's hard for people.
Yeah.
Especially when, like I said, you're in the honeymoon phase and you don't have to deal with all that. So then the real stuff happens, it's just like, that's why it's important to really get to know, your person, communicate and all that. I think it's really, really key.
Yes, I definitely agree. And one thing I think people struggle with is when shit gets real, people tend to run. It's like, if this getting heated, I'd rather let's stay and fight it out because if you run, you show me how you really think of me. Because I feel like if you really like somebody, you're gonna fight it out and understand that it's just for a period of time. It's just temporary. It's not gonna last always. You know what I'm saying? If you really love somebody, you sit there and fight it out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I noticed with people. It's like, and that's what I've noticed even in my personal life. Even people I've tried to talk to, it's like we get into an argument, they want to haul ass and run, and then don't hear from them for a few days. I'm like, what kind of relationship is that?
Right.
If something bothers you, I'd rather you say it right now. Let's go ahead and fight it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? And it does go back to communication. And I do feel like that's where a lot of people fail in relationships is communication.
Mm-hmm. I think too, in relationships, and just people in general don't realize how our childhood really shaped us. So somewhere along the lines, maybe that was how they was conditioned, was to step away and give themselves time to have a break, to process and to figure out what it is, how they feel about whatever that happened. So that way they can come back to the situation or come back to you and say, okay, this is how I feel now. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people do need that space to walk away and come back, but people need to learn to communicate that prior to and just not going off and doing it. You know what I mean? Say, verbalize, hey, I need some space right now. I need time to like process this, but give me a couple days and then we can talk.
I mean, that's understandable, but it's still like, because I'm big on communication. Because if like you go silently for a little bit of time, I'm definitely gonna think you ghosting me. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what's up.
Ghosting. Like people will straight ghost me.
Not ghosting you.
Listen, you cannot. Listen, you'll be surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's like ghosting. If you ghost somebody, I think low of you. It's like I have more respect for somebody that tell me straight up I'm not interested. And if you be interested, you just ghost me out of nowhere. I'm definitely gonna think some type of you. You know what I'm saying? And also, I've heard people say that they ghosted because feelings were getting too deep, and I'm like, feelings getting too deep. Then you need to be communicating. That tells you you're not communicating. If you're feeling something, then say something.
Mm-hmm.
They want an emotionally unavailable person.
Oh, that's weird. It's always it's always the opposite. You know what I'm saying? It's always the opposite. That's so weird.
I know.
And that's another struggle in relationships is sometimes you get with the wrong person. It's like you think this person is one way, but then when you get to know them, you realize, oh my goodness, what the hell did I get myself into? And that's why some people be ghosts. I'm not justifying it, but at the same time, it's like this ain't. If it's not what it is, then it's okay to shake hands and call it a day and move on.
Right. Because they don't want to deal with. Some people just don't want to deal with the with that. They just rather just be gone and that's over. They're done with it. They ain't gotta touch it. But it's not respectful.
It's definitely not respectful. So how do y'all feel like people can overcome struggles in relationships?
You gotta love yourself first. Love yourself first. So that way, you know, whatever else is going on with somebody else, and you know, you start to learn like, okay, this isn't necessarily where it's gonna go, but it's not the end of the world. I'm okay with me, and you know, that's it.
Yeah.
That's real.
It's hard. It's hard. Like I'm speaking from a space because I've been in therapy for, well, I don't know. I was in like a really bad car accident in 2017. So I think in 2018 is when I first sought out a therapist. And since then I've been in therapy once a week. Sometimes more. When needed. But therapy is such a, like, I think people think therapy is for like crazy people or stuff, but it's such a tool that you can really use to help reflect and to help you grow and help you connect with who you are as an individual, and not these roles and titles and expectations that you have for yourself to be for other people, and which can be hard, but just being able to see different perspectives has definitely helped me a lot as far as like understanding other people, how they may feel, and just being able to communicate and being more understanding in relationships with people around me. So
that's real. And I definitely think, quick side note, for all my people out there, join the Black Podcast Club, because yours truly over here is a podcast therapist. For all my podcasters out there, join the Black Podcast Club. You will get therapy, and you know you'll get to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Talk to somebody that's been been the podcasting game, because the reason I said I'll go ahead and be a podcast therapist because I had some years in the game, and plus I don't want to see Black podcasters just giving up so easily. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that there's a whole bunch of Apple podcasts that are just sitting there that haven't been a new episode in years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
So, but getting back to the solutions, I would definitely say yes, go to therapy. Definitely work on yourself first before you try to check somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also communicate effectively, you know what I'm saying? You know that person, you know what makes that person itch. Don't go where it hurts, you know what I'm saying? You know how to communicate with that person, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a way to communicate with somebody that will help them understand where you're coming from, you know what I'm saying? But if you went right in with a selfish intent, not really trying to listen what they're saying, is get feedback and pushback, you know what I'm saying? So also it also does really take knowing your partner and knowing the right who you with, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. I hope y'all been enjoying it. If you've made it this far, I know you have been enjoying it with the ladies of Vibeology. So tell me, ladies, what can people expect from y'all podcast going forward and into 2021?
Well, it's always a vibe, first and foremost. Always a vibe. You know, we get together on Fridays. We drop our episodes on Monday, but we get together and we just, hang out. We discuss the topics of, the week. We discuss what's going on with us to a certain extent. And, I guess going forward, we're also going to have things with just in perspective to just like open up your mind a little bit more. Yeah.
That's real. That's real. Now, why people need to go ahead and subscribe to y'all podcast?
Because we dope as fuck.
That part.
every time you come, you gonna hear something silly, maybe something funny, but definitely relevant, whether it's like political, cultural, whatever. Did y'all see that one video? Speaking of, sorry, I'm going in podcast mode, but did y'all see?
It's okay.
The whole Tory Lanez, like, they actually went to court. Nicki Minaj and Tory Lanez. Not Nicki Minaj, Megan. Look, I'm slipping. Friend called me though. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, okay, yes. About time.
Right.
But that was one of the topics that we had talked about on the show. So yeah.
Now I got to listen to Megan's album, which is why I didn't say anything tonight. But I heard she snapped on that first song, so it's like my thing is, people, if somebody shoots you, if somebody attacks you, don't go into protecting their asses. Their asses need to go to jail. Their asses need to belong where they need to belong.
Right.
They need to do time for attacking you. You know what I'm saying? Because us black men, we need to be protecting the black woman. And Lord knows, Tory Lanez got me singing. I got murder on my mind. I'm like, wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind. Cause I'm like, you have a fucking beautiful woman and you shoot her, man. You ruin it for us black men out here that do protect black women, man. You ruin it for us, man.
For real.
Yes.
Meg is bomb. Like,
Megan's a dime piece.
And then some. Because not only she got the body, but she got the brain.
And she in school too, man. Listen.
Right.
I'd risk it all, put a ring on her, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yes. Shoot the club up, trap her.
Yeah.
You should have been doing.
Yes, instead of shooting her ass, motherfucker.
For real, right. She shot the wrong way. Stupid.
Yes, he did. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Liquor Talk. Ladies of Vibeology, I want to thank y'all for coming on again, you know what I'm saying? Sorry for the wait, you know what I'm saying? I do appreciate y'all coming on once again.
Oh,
thank you for having us.
Yes.
Now, whenever y'all want to have me on again, y'all let me know. As I always say, I might be in Florida, but I'm just a DM away, and we can go ahead and set everything up. So whenever y'all want to have me on again, y'all just let me know. And whenever I want to have y'all on again, I will definitely let y'all know. I do appreciate y'all for coming on.
Thank you for having us, and we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with us.
It's no problem. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to Liquor Talk. You have reached the end of Liquor Talk. Thank you for listening. Whether you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, go ahead and get in touch with us. Follow us on Instagram at Liquor Talk Podcast. Follow Vibeology as well at Vibeology 101 on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and follow everybody. Go ahead and support everybody because we are taking over for the 20 and the 21. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we are out this thing. Good night.